a lot of focus on our coaching staff, so I always personally kind of want to apologize for that. And then secondly, on a more comical front, I want to apologize for my attire. The sweater that you saw in the video, I'm officially retiring.
Good Lord, time for it to save it for the student. I know, Peter. Isn't that good?
Yeah. You know, I guess the rumor is that baseball coaches are very superstitious. Well, you know, they have nothing over basketball coaches. The sweater was around 12 and 4, and if you thought I wasn't going to wear it to the tournament games, you were crazy. You know, it would have been worn in Boston on that Tuesday as well. So it's getting its official retirement tonight. Thank yous to the parents, the boosters, their support all year, on senior night tonight with the setup and all the time and effort that goes into planning tonight. We had a really special senior night, probably the best game we played all year too, including those tournament games, was on senior night. I don't think you could have scripted our senior night any better than it was. And that's because a lot of what the parents put into that, and then tonight as well. So thank you to them. To the administration, who couldn't be here tonight, and I think I emailed them and told them not to come, to be honest with you, because of the support they gave us throughout the season, both on social media, and then it's great when you keep advancing on the tournament, but superintendents and principals and athletic directors have families and lives, and those are 4 nights that they do in addition to their regular job, and they were at every one of our tournament games. So I've already expressed my gratitude from our team to them, and I kind of told them tonight, sure, if you can make it, but we already appreciate the support you gave us during that tournament run, going to every one of our tournament games. To the faculty, many of them who supported these guys, you don't see it as parents, but in their classes, on social media, and just hyping up their games in school, getting other kids to go on fan buses. A big thank you to all the faculty who supported them. They felt it in their classes during those 2 weeks. And then to the student body and our outside fans that aren't necessarily part of our student body. You know, I guess I haven't seen any of those tournament videos, I haven't watched them, but when you watch that and the crowds that were at some of those games, our team really got to play in front of crowds that Division I schools don't have. Go to a Northeastern game on a random Saturday, you won't see 1,200 people or 2,500 people. So it was a great atmosphere, a great environment, and we really appreciated the support we had from the student body and our fans all year too. And then a thank you to my coaching staff, Coach Joan and Coach Steve at the freshman level, the work they did with the freshmen. They really allowed Coach Jolly and myself to concentrate on the JV and varsity players because we know the freshmen are getting great coaching down at the level that they're at the Yale School. There's very few issues or problems because you have 2 qualified adults working with those kids, and we're really fortunate to have both of them. And obviously, Coach Jolly, you know, on the JV level, the scouting that goes into tournament preparation is pretty thorough. Coach Jolly and I probably attended a game apiece, if not 2 games on Sundays during our February vacation week. And as you know, it was snowing every day. So, you know, he was driving to Norwell and Rockland, and I was driving to go see Archbishop Williams and Old Rochester, and that was pretty much our lives over February vacation. You know, we divided the teams we could play in half, and for the work that he does with the JV team as well, getting kids ready, you know, I'm really lucky to have him. And the fact that he bleeds purple and was a Norton High player, you know, you put it all together, he's the total package as an assistant coach. So, you know, to all of them, thank you. And without any further ado, the freshman coaches are on.
First, I don't need this microphone, that's for sure. I want to thank Alan Lash for putting together the video that you saw. And I want to thank all the moms that did this for you guys tonight. It's very much appreciated. I wrote something down here about Coach Liv, but I'm putting it away. He's been at Norton High now for 14 years. How many freshmen are 14 years old? Okay? You weren't even born when Liv got here, okay?
That's right.
You might have been a twinkle, but you weren't born.
Not until 2001, 02.
Okay. So he's been here 14 years, I've been here 11 years. I've watched him for 11 years, coaching and putting in the dedication that he puts in and year out. Every year I try not to embarrass him, but I think that's gonna go out the window. I've seen the dedication and the persistence in what he does with the boys. Brett Murphy put a tweet on the computer that said it made him proud to wear Norton across his chest. That says it all. He seems to know what to say and how to pick these guys up. He knows how to motivate teams that shouldn't be on the floor with some other teams. He gets everything out of every boy player that plays for him and to turn into men because they're learning life's lessons also. Most of these boys in here I did have as freshmen, and I get a little emotional sometimes because I watch them all 4 years, and the little twits they wear down on the freshman team grow into nice young men by the time they get to Liv, okay? And when we say that, you know, well, look at Brett, because he's doing exactly what he did when he was a freshman. When I yell at him, he'd be like this. So, the pride that he instills in these boys carries over to each and every player on every level, carries over into the school, and that's why the gymnasium is full from game 1 to game, what, 20 this year? 24 games, okay. So I'm not gonna say much more, but he is the epitome of a great high school coach. And I want everybody to give him some applause. Next one, I want to thank is Travis, my partner in stats. We sit there and just wait for Liv to get his first technical, which hasn't happened in 14 years, so we're waiting. But I don't think it's ever gonna happen. And I just thank Travis for carrying on what we tried to start at the freshman level and to help Liv out for the next level. He's been a great addition for 4 years. He's got 7 more to catch up, okay? I will probably not be around for 7 more years. Okay. I know, but it didn't come out this year. I didn't say, he says, you've been pretty good. You haven't mentioned retiring. I said, that's because I have my sidekick now, so. And I want to thank Coach Coffey for making it possible for me to coach this year. We seem to match up pretty well. The boys didn't know what end it was coming from because if I weren't yelling at him, he was. Or if I wasn't calming him down, he was calming me down. So it worked out really, really well. The only fight we had is over who's going to stand during the games because I can't coach sitting down. But we worked that out. Okay, quick mention about the freshmen. I just want to quickly mention the names of the boys that were on the freshmen. Cam Gill, Trevor Cintron, Bradley Coffey, Timmy Munger, Matt Goodman, Cam Musto, Kobe McAuliffe, Ryan Melende, Jared Sicard, Joe Weaver, and Jack Dempsey. Great group of kids. Great group of kids. This next part's gonna go really quick because every year they yell at me for being long, but I don't care. It might be my last year. We don't know. Every year on the freshman level, it begins out like a different story. It's a story of dedication and passion for a game that I love. This year, Coach Coffey joined in on the fun. As in any story, there's a beginning, middle, and an end. In the beginning, you have the coaches waiting with anticipation to see the list of characters, or as we say, the players. Then there's a plot or a goal to be set in place. The story starts at tryouts with 12 to 14 players, all with different talents. Now we have to make them into a team. The team is chosen, and Coach Coffey and I decide on the roles of each player. As a role member, we told them to find out what they did well and go with it. The other parts of the game will follow, but not without a lot of hard work. Now the story starts to begin. Drills, drills, and more drills. Learning defense and offensive sets. Getting into condition. Every practice is dedicated to free throws and learning to listen. They're drilled to leave it all on the floor, whether it was a game or a practice. They learn that there are consequences when not listening. This is where the villains of the story come in, who are the coaches. The middle of the story is the 18 games we played. The team, now realizing their roles, put it together and won the first 3 games. As the season progressed, they strung together a run of 6 straight wins in a tough TVL game. The drama in the story would have to have been all the illnesses and injuries that were overcome. The drama was cast aside by each player with a role, stepped it up and put it all together and became a real team. This group, now believing in the word team, held opponents to 45 points a game defensively while scoring 65 on offense. The outcome was the team record of 13 wins and 5 losses. The outcome was watching each player cheer the others on. The outcome was a team that had pride in their school and their basketball program by staying to watch the varsity games. Coach Coffey and I have had a few disappointments, but what story's perfect? Overall, we couldn't be prouder by how our story turned out. To the varsity, we have one final thought from the freshmen. Every champion was once a contender that never gave up. You are our school champions. Congratulations on your season. Thank you. Coach Coffey's going to give out the awards.
I told Coach Jonah I was going to wing it. For 2 weeks, he said, you gotta write it down, you gotta write it down. So I wrote some stuff down. It's right here. I just want to say a few thank yous. I don't have a plot or a drama or anything. Huge thank you to the varsity team, the JV and the freshmen. You guys taught me a lot. I've known you guys, I've coached you guys for a while, the varsity and the seniors. I've seen you guys as a parent, coach, and a huge fan. Can't be more proud of you guys. I expected it. I knew you guys could get there. A lot of guys may not have thought that, but you guys had a great year, and thank you for taking us on that ride. JV squad, thank you too. I saw a lot of great games. I had one memorable game over at Dover Sherborne. You guys were down by 3. Hopefully we're going to talk about that. 20 seconds left to tie it up on a couple of free throws and come back and win that. That was a very memorable game to watch. And my freshmen, or our freshmen, to that. Toughest part is coaching with somebody who wants to stand up the whole time and coach. 13-5, couldn't be more proud of you guys too, so all 3 teams, thank you very much for a nice year to step in and help coach. I know Coach Gurley's not here. I want to thank him and Coach Lib and Coach Jolly for giving me the opportunity to help coach this year. It was a lot of fun. And most of all, I gotta thank Coach Jones for letting me coach for 5 minutes in Ashland. It was Ashland. We beat Ashland here by 20 points. So on the bus right up there, she goes to Ashland, the second half of the season, she goes, you can coach today. I'm like, okay, great. I can stand up and get loud and do my thing. I stood up, got loud. I think Ashland hit a bunch of shots. They were hitting every shot. We were missing a few. Tight ball game. 5 minutes in the first quarter, she's up yelling over me, sit down. And the refs came up to me at halftime and said, hey, assistant coach, you're going to sit down. I said, why? She said I could coach today. I said, you got to go tell her to sit down. So, anyway, thank you, Joan, really. I've never met a real passionate coach. For the kids, for the game of basketball. It was a lot of fun. She taught me a lot. Believe it or not, I know Coach Slip may laugh at this, but she taught me a lot of patience. Is that funny? No. All right. All right, to the awards. me start over here first. We have about 3 coaches awards we'd like to give out. It goes to the players who worked hard in practice, who worked hard in the games, who were tremendous sportsmen, and then they respected the game, they respected the coaches, respected other players, parents, and the referees. So our first award goes to a player who came right in. He was a silent type leader. He did it with tough defense, great offense, worked hard in practice, every game, never complained about a call or coming out of the game. All he wanted to do was learn. Whether he was in the game or on the bench, he wanted to know what was going on. And when we told him where he was supposed to be, when he wasn't, he knew right away what he was doing. Right now he's playing AAU, I believe, getting ready for next year. He's a great hustler, great rebounder, and scored a lot of points. Jared Scott.
Proud of your son, Neil. Yep.
Oh, your son, yeah, he did a great job, miss.
Yep. Good job, Brad.
Second award is going to go to a player who we thought